So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Some terrific scenes here in Barcelona. My goodness me, it's made even better by 100,000 supporters in full voice. Things already rolling. Well, here's a man who stunned everyone in that famous summer of 2002. He had a hand in his country's most famous goal, their most famous win, and he helped to introduce the footballing planet to Senegal.
Yeah, he did indeed, Peter. El Hadj Diouf, the undoubted driving force behind that fast, powerful, direct style of football that once shocked the world.
And here's Zanetti. Mbappe! Çalhanoğlu. He's having a shot! It's off target and by quite a way.
Oh, it was a brilliant touch to set himself up. Just a shame that the finish let him down.
That has not gone well. Now it's Messi. That has been knocked clear. Oh, what has happened here? Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. They've played it short. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. It's their second corner of the game. And it's been taken short. Messi crosses it in here. Oh, and the shot! Marvellous goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Pressure? What pressure? He feels none of it.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Paris Saint-Germain finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
That is a great pick out. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Barcelona clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And he's quick to return it. And he was quick to react. Barcelona already with the upper hand and looking to turn it into something close to dominance. Çalhanoğlu, and it's Zanetti. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Diouf is in a bullish header! Oh, not this time, but a lot of applause for the thought.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
He's played it long. Throw in. Rijkaard. Diouf is onto this. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Vitinha. And here's Count. And he's running through. He saw the danger and he went crashing in. No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
That pressing is so good, it's nice and early.
And they're back on the ball again. Oh, sweet feet. Oh, good spread. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Zanetti looking to add to his goal. Çalhanoğlu. And it's Neves. Mbappe gets into a good position. and reclaimed it in a trice. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Couch, never the sort to be shot shy. No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. João Neves. And it's Çalhanoğlu. Serginho. Kökçü. And here's Couch. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Rijkaard did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Mbappe picks it up out wide. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Totti, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Great ball, it's Saviola! And it's in! A fine way to mark his 50th game in these colours. And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Barcelona are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now with 2 up.
Spread to the right. O'Reilly cannot be beaten that easily.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Serginho is looking to influence the game from out wide. And he plays one through. And this is Saviola. And he is... Saviola! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
Saviola really showed what he brings to this side there. A fantastic effort, even if the defence seemed half asleep.
That's the end of the first 45.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Well, both half-time team talks will undergo change now. One will be solid, the other needs to be pretty inspiring.
Barcelona are heading into the break very happy with how it's gone so far. That gets us going once more. Duke makes a dash for it. Looks a good ball through. Can he finish? Goal! Barely into the second half, and already it is heating up. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
Shift in momentum, perhaps.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
He's had it taken off him. With Rudiger. Shifted upfield. Always onto this. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And here's Couch. Barcelona can breathe again, just.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Barcelona clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Driving forward. Oh, that's fabulous. It's a threatening ball. And a chance! And no mistake. They are right back in business.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Well, at one stage he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
Paris Saint-Germain can make their change now with a break in play. Well, what a game we have on our hands here.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Now it's Shevchenko. Saviola being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Harrison kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And it's Serginho. And that is expertly dealt with. And here's Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. They're back in possession and ready to go again. And he's in on it, Saviola! Oh, cracking effort.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Shevchenko stood his ground strongly. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Kukçu. João Neves. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Paris Saint-Germain have reclaimed it. Shevchenko is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Mbappe receives it in a wide position. Now, can they get him away? And he's quick to get rid. Looking for the run. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El
Two
dorsal
coaches
17,
are signalling changes here, both at the same
será
time.
sustituido por el dorsal 18. Hazard, cambio de jugadores.
That's the keeper's ball. And he's only too happy to take that back. Aimed beyond the defence. It's a pretty loose pass.
Might want to be careful there.
Duke is fouled. And he is going into that little black book.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Well, if he's serious about trying from this range, I think he must feel he can generate the power. Big ask.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
That is some save from Khan. Oh, he's pulled off a fine save.
Absolutely terrific, terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And it's made its way, and the shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And one more try! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And the comeback is complete! A finish of great intelligence. He just understood, and he executed so smoothly.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Paris Saint-Germain leading now.
Well, I think you can write this lot off at your peril. It's been a joy to watch them hold themselves right back into it. Now, can they hang on? Paris Saint-Germain can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Howson calmly anticipates. And he cuts out the supply.
Habrá 5 minutos de descuento.
5 minutes to add. Now it's Mbappe. Hazard. Pass is just off target. Now it's Shevchenko. Reinders. Now that looks a decent ball. Not the most accurate pass. Ambitious ball here.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Can he get onto this? Mignon claims it without any fuss. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Barcelona illustrating perfectly the fickle nature of football. Everything looked so good for them to start with, but as we have seen so many times, The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. A fabulous show of vivid colour and vocal cords. The new look Camp Nou at its best. There's the whistle. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, this guy, Alexis McAllister.
Getting up there! Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Serginho. Hazard. Serginho. Plays it through.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Gerrard. He won't be happy with that one. Chouameni cuts out the pass. Now it's Hullet. Oh, no question, that's a foul. Perilously close. Moved on forwards. Serginho. Now he's got space here. That's a shade optimistic. Nunez is onto it in a flash. Mbappe. Space for him to turn and look. Couple of decent early chances. It bodes well for an exciting game. Passing is crisp and sharp. Chouameni, not the most accurate pass. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Oh, just skips past his man. Big chance! Goal! Barcelona! The first significant strike. A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Barcelona have penetrated for the first time.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
And he thumps it clear. Out for a throw. Now that looks a decent ball. He has found the way through. Nice interception, well timed. They're back in possession and ready to go again. He's had it taken off him. Serginho. He is through here. And a header! And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
He's a sharp little ball here. He's picked his way through. And a chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Serginho. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Oh, that's fabulous. Right shot at goal! It's off target and by quite a way.
Barcelona certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Mbappe, who does have an assist to his name. And here's Messi. He's got away. Messi's cross. Gerrard. Osimhen. That has been cut short. Rijkaard. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Mbappe! And needless to say, that deserved better.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
And here's Azar. And he's cut it out. McAllister.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
That pass has been well intercepted. Kimmich is always scanning the pitch for targets. Nunez receives it in a good position here. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle.
This is about as perfect.
Nunez!
Well, conceding free kicks in areas like that are an invitation to the set-piece technicians. They have to cut this out.
Showing great feet there. Osimhen. It's a goal kick. Zanetti. Serginho. Zanetti. Oh, can he get onto this? Kimmich providing an outlet on that flank. Shapes to shoot! Fabulous from McAllister. That is a gem! An absolute gem! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, they were starting to look...
Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. And we are up to the break.
Well, you have to ask questions how this has stayed 1-1, Peter. I do think, though, that the way spaces have been found in key areas with relative ease will be a real concern, something that needs addressing, and fast.
So 45 minutes of uncompromising football, and at the break, it's one each. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. And it's Azar. Tries to play it through. Ball in towards them. Impressive jump! No, couldn't quite control it.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Pass is just off target. Chouameni. Gerrard. It's Hullet. Now it's Kimmich. Çalhanoğlu. Darwin. And this is Hullet. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Now, try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. And here's Hullet. Aims beyond the defence. And he's managed to get free. And he's opted for the long pass. Reinders. That's a good ball out wide. And this is Messi. He's found a way through. Pass somewhat off target. Serginho is looking to influence the game from out wide. No way through. So we've reached the hour mark. Well, there's a probing ball. Now, can they get him away? Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Kimmich. Now it's Darwin. And Hullet! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Corner number 2 then. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Goes for a shot! Oh, brilliant from Darwin Núñez! A finish right from the top draw! And the comeback is complete! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Yeah, and I think it always looks a bit more dramatic when the frame of the goal plays its part.
Dundee have their lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it. That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Alexander-Arnold. McAllister. Oh, good-looking ball. Oh, played right into his path. And he's lost his man here. Not a hint of offside here. He's had a shot! And that would have been some goal.
Well, it came to nothing in the end, but it certainly got the crowd going.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona.
Corner number 3 coming up.
Hazard, el dorsal 14, el dorsal 27. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 17, Saviola, el dorsal...
Oh, the ball's run loose here. And it's Gerrard. And he is dashing away. And he's had it nicked away. And here's Hullet. Oh, what a ball! Tries a shot!
Dundee surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Barcelona could be just about done here.
Yeah, it's not looking good, Peter. Never say never, though.
Alexander-Arnold. Knocks it into space. Hangs in across. Terrific effort!
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Oh, now he can run away with it. Hullet! Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
Oh, he's usually such a good finisher.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona.
So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes.
Serán sustituidos por
Just eases him off the ball.
el dorsal 15.
Dundee clearly now in lead preservation mode. Looking for the run. Hullet. Well, now it's a race for the ball.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Akanji gets over and intercepts. Mbappe. Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. Can he get it through? And there goes the final whistle. Barcelona pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their moments, but ultimately they take away nothing. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So things are underway.
Well, Peter, at this stage we often focus on the creative and goal-scoring talent, but I'm going to mention a defender in Lilian Thuram.
Mbappe! Goal! Barcelona! And that's got him off to a flyer!
That's the purpose and intensity they showed from the first moment. They really did fly out of the blocks here.
The goal scorer for Barcelona.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Barcelona penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, that silenced the crowd, Peter. Item 1 on the to-do list. Done.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Can he get on the end of this? And he's been shifted off it. Aims beyond the defence. Serginho. Zanetti. Dani Olmo. Shapes to shoot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Tries to play it through. Dani Olmo. Barcelona leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Berbatov. And it's Vieira. And it's Çalhanoğlu. Can he finish? Ljungberg. Oh, that is asking. It's Azar! And one more try. Oh, the ball's run loose here. Ljungberg. Oh, that's beautifully weighted. Just a... Batistuta! He's got a goal! They are right back in business.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here. Well, he had time to weigh up the fact that the keeper was vulnerable, and he duly lobbed him.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, this is to be a...
Tries a shot! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Mbappe deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Boys bustling through here. Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. Looking for options for movement. Cross to the back post. He's cut it out.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Dani Olmo can so cleverly bypass the press. Silvestre. And the pass is intercepted. Mbappe! Vieira. Lovely pass, but can he get there? The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Spread out to the left. Nicely weighted ball. Azar is what... And the shot! Mbappe finds himself offside.
There they go, hunting again.
Distributed tidily. Beckham. This is a promising build-up. And here's Berbatov.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
It's an inviting-looking ball, that. And here's Azar. This looks promising. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Van Dijk. Hazard. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. He's picked his way through and claimed it back swiftly. Now it's Batistuta. Great vision. Nicely spread. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Vieira did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Messi. Vieira deals with that comfortably.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Floated through. He is just caressing the ball. Driven in. He's rising! Oh, and the keeper couldn't hold it. It's in! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say. Just keep an eye on his movement.
And yes, it's him again. Real chance! Ljungberg
has been indicated.
Vieira. Berbatov. Deep into stoppage time. That's the end of the first 45. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. And we are up to the break.
Oh, what a half, Peter. What a half. It really has had a bit of everything. Two sides going tooth and nail, trying to win this from the off. If only all games could serve this up.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second.
Kindly remove it, as it is about to be towed away.
So the action resumes.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
Ljungberg. Now Mbappe. Now this could be a chance. And the through ball. And that is expertly dealt with. Van Dijk. Serginho. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Knocks it into space. Forwards and with intent. Beckham threads one in. That is a great pick out. And the finish! And no mistake. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for one.
Dani Olmo is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Serginho. And here's Mbappe.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And there's the shot! And it's there! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
And now he has 2. Barcelona cut their deficit. And Batistuta! And it's in! Pressure, what pressure? He feels none of it.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
He's got 4. That is remarkable. Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, there's only one team in it at the moment, and the question is, will they be happy to sit on this?
Dani Olmo. Hazard! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
It's really well read here, but having done the hard part, he'll be slightly disappointed not to make more of it.
Substitution.
And we have our very first corner. Messi goes short. He's on it, and a chance! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Now it's Çalhanoğlu. And here's Yamal. And he shoots! And now they can spring out of defence. Van Dijk spots it and intercepts. And it's Çalhanoğlu. And here's Messi.
Messi really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Can he spark a counter here? Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Yamal. And here's Zanetti. Dani Olmo has it out wide and in space. Forced to go back. Berbatov tries to pass it through. Could move up a gear here. Oh, he's on his own! Big chance! And it's there! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Another one! This must be his personal high. It's starting to look like a done deal now. Now it's Berbatov.
Such good technique.
Always goal side. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. Barcelona present their opponents with the best possible chance here. So this to extend their lead. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Should we have ever doubted him? Cool as you like.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Van Dijk. And time is up. Barcelona played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so promisingly from their perspective, but they are leaving here feeling utterly deflated.
A quick reminder today.
Any reflections on what... So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Some terrific scenes here in Barcelona. My goodness me, it's made even better by 100,000 supporters in full voice. So we're very much on the way now. He's going to be disappointed with that. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Casemiro. He gives them some real defensive steel in the middle of the park, Peter. What he's particularly good at is nipping opposition attacks in the bud and preventing them from getting any real momentum going. He's also a bit of a shooting threat from long range too, so opposing defences will have to beware of that, and very much so.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. An instinctive delivery. Well, that is one way to stop him. And the counter-attack is on for Barcelona. Ronaldinho. Now Van Dijk. It's a good spell of possession, this. That pass has been well intercepted. João Neves. Mbappe. In towards the back stick. Defending of the desperate variety. And here's the chance to counter. Now it's Darwin. Messi. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Spread neatly. And the keeper gets his hands on it. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Now it's Messi. Can he spark a counter here? Reinders. Now there's a fine ball. Oh, and the shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. That's a sharp pass. And it's Neves. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Now that looks a decent ball. Reinders. He's in plenty of space here. Messi receives it in a... He's had a shot! And that was probably asking just too much.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but still very good quick thinking on his part.
Bops him off it and wins back the ball. This looks promising. Alexander-Arnold. Zanetti. Ambitious ball here. And Dijk makes the interception. Casemiro. Ronaldinho can so cleverly bypass the press. And it's Reinders. Alexander-Arnold. Oh, there's a probing ball. He is through here.
Diouf really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Ronaldinho. This is a promising build-up. And he plays one through. It's Salah! Brilliant! He's got himself an absolute peach. And it's Borussia Dortmund who take the lead. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
I just thought that was going to hit the outside of the post for a moment there, but it just curled enough to catch the inside for a very good strike.
Borussia Dortmund have taken the lead.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
João Neves. Messi. And he's intervened well there. Plenty to aim. And a chance! And he hits the net! Trice!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Looking to play him in. Engages and forces him off the ball. Nunez showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Oh, good effort! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. That's positional goals, the utilisation of space.
Kagawa. Casemiro is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Looking for options for movement. Calhanoglu, that's a good ball out wide. Van de Ven. They get a throw in. And it's Neves.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. And here's Nunez. He's in a good position. And the shot! They've got to be quick to recover this. Calhanoglu. So a temporary halt to the action. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. And we are up to the break.
Well, I think keeping our neutral hats on, Peter, this is more than a decent game of football where we've seen plenty of creativity. Both sides really ought to be looking to up the urgency, though.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch, this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. So straight into the second half. Now it's Kagawa. He's shifting through the gears here. Kagawa will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Over to the right flank. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Kagawa kept his eye on it, and he's there. Mohamed Salah. Couldn't squeeze it through. Juve, forever the opportunist. A sniff, that's all he needs. That has been slung wide.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Khan breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Reinders. That's a throw. And that's definitely not his best. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Threads one in. Kagawa. Ronaldinho. Now Salah. João Neves. Zanetti. Shot could be on. And it's made its way to him. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Now it's Mbappe. Now who's going to be first to this? And he's there to retrieve it. Zanetti just loves to go forward whenever he can. Rijkaard kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Casemiro. Mohamed Salah. Juve. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And the pass is intercepted. Tries to play it through. Space for him to turn and look. Mbappe knocks it into space. That's good vision. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Mohamed Salah. Ronaldinho. And they're quick to get it back. He can run onto that. Mbappe! That's a decent clearance. He's in a great position here.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity. Nunez clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Oh, this is a great position.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
75 minutes played.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 14, el dorsal 19 serán sustituidos por el dorsal 2.
Van de Ven.
El dorsal 27.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Borussia Dortmund really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Looking for the run, and the through ball. Serginho is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. And it's Messi. And we expected better, and so did he. Now it's Olise. That'll be a throw-in. Still anyone's game, this. One moment can decide it.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
They'll have one final crack at it. Juke is wide and looking to get onto this. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Now this could be a chance. Caught offside that time.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal
So changes
87
afoot here, and from
será
both sides.
sustituido por el dorsal 18. Hazard. Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Into stoppage time, very little left on it. And he is deftly away. Saviola is flagged offside. I think they're done. They are done. Decent game of football, that. Intense.